So now your makeup. Do you go to sleep and wake up with your makeup on? I mean, yeah. How does this all work out for you? Are you always wearing your makeup as Clownvis?
Isn't that just his face? Like that's just the way he is. He's Clownvis.
Maybe he was born that way. Could have been.
Yeah, I wake up and go to sleep like this. Sure, I get that question a lot, and I don't really know why. But yeah. I mean, yeah, I am who I am. Like Popeye.
Like Popeye, right,
Popeye.
right. So now your hair is of a point of interest of mine. I am without hair, and you probably have some of the most gorgeous hair, if I don't say so myself, that I've ever seen. So what kind of hair tips do you have for people out there who do have hair in order to, gain the type of, hairstyle that you have and, make it as awesome as you do?
It helps. It's a technique that the guy taught me years ago. Actually, to get the volume that I have with my hair, the volume and the lift that most people, that's what people admire about my hair, is the volume and the lift. But that comes from a neat little method that a guy showed me about. It involves melting down circus peanuts and then kind of putting some waffle batter in there.
Gotcha.
Circus peanuts and waffle batter. So that's like essentially your hair gel.
Yeah, well, no, actually that goes on at night, and then you sleep with that on, with the little cap on.
It's like conditioner.
I see.
Yeah, the leave-in conditioner is what it is.
So do you have the typical Elvis Presley pompadour?
Yeah, well, I have a very big pompadour. Yeah,
very nice.
Exaggerate.
Kind of rockabilly.
Yeah,
definitely.
Speaking of, she brings up something that I know that it seems like you've kind of been paired up a lot with the rockabilly crowd. What do you like about working with rockabilly shows, punk rock shows, and even some of the burlesque stuff that you do?
Yeah, that's I find myself in those situations all the time. I like it because pretty much all those guys drink, which helps, because that's one good common denominator between us all. But we, the rockabilly guys are great. They got a good appreciation for good old-fashioned music, and punk rock kids are great. They know how to laugh, and it's great working with the burlesque girls. They're all very clever in their own ways, and they have very unique performances.
Right, understood. I'm going to have to agree with you 100% on that one. If we could step back and go back to America's Got Talent, all you ever see on the TV as a viewer is the extremely long lines, and we're never really shown what the process is to get involved with America's Got Talent or to get your 90 seconds in order to get on stage. What did you have to do in order to accomplish all that?
Well, like I said, they contacted me back in St. Louis.
They contacted you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What they did, they had scouts in all the major cities that had to. Their job was to just basically, put their ear to the ground on the scene. They called all the clubs and all the local newspapers and everything, and just were basically looking for variety shows, variety performers, and. So all the clubs and newspapers pointed them in my direction. So I got a slew of phone calls from three different scouts, all trying to get me to sign up and try out. So I'm like, whatever, sure, why not?
You always just see a massive amount of people at these events, the people who are wanting to get on in order to get their 90 seconds on stage. What was that like for you, meeting all these different people? Did people treat you well, treat you bad? What was that whole situation like?
Yeah, well, that's really smoke and mirrors and hogwash, man. I didn't, they even had me go outside for a while and stand in the line and filmed me standing in the line. And then they stood me back inside in the room I was waiting in. I wasn't standing in line. They just made me stand in line and take a picture.
Oh,
wow.
Okay. So the whole thing was with you standing in line or whatever, it wasn't actually like you were standing in line to get in. It was photo op, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and then they had shots of me walking around when I was me and my guys walking around Chicago when we really had no intention of walking around Chicago. They made me do all kinds of things that I wasn't really doing. I hate to debunk reality television, but. Yeah, they would say, all right, now stand over here and kind of stretch and practice your moves and act like you're nervous.
Ah, okay.
I'd be like, well, I don't need to practice my moves, and I'm not nervous, So, but then they they had a hell of a way with coaxing you into what to say and what to do, so yeah, most of it was kind of hogwash, really.
I got you.
When you got up on stage, were you really nervous?
Oh no, it was just like anything else, man. Just like any other gig. I was just ready to get up there and do my thing. I'm very competent in what I do, and everything I do always I'm always smiling myself, So as long as I'm having a good time, I don't really give a if anybody else does,
before your episode aired, you had actually made it on to several different clips, like on the first show that I know for sure. See, I'd never watched America's Got Talent previous to Clownvis, being on there. And I will say that, I mean, not a bad show at all. You see a lot of people that have like a lot of really great talent that, it's just good to see that these people can at least get out there and show what they're capable of. So anyway, there's several clips of them showing you, standing in line, doing this, doing that, or whatever else. For like all the clips that showed you in the first couple of episodes or whatever else, leading up to you actually being on the show and having your 90 seconds to perform, what has been the fan response been like for you? Have you, added a bunch of people on Facebook? Are there more people aware of who Clownvis is now? Has this been a better thing for you than it has a worse?
Yeah, I don't know. Definitely, it's been all good, man. Any kind of publicity is good, and the good thing was that they didn't really, they couldn't make me look bad. It's hard to make a clown look bad, and when they get as fired up as me as they got, it really just made me look good. I think, So, and eventually the public has really rallied behind Clownvis. That's no doubt there. So it's all positive, man. Definitely, people, millions of people will see your mug on TV. It doesn't hurt,
The TV viewer, you've just kind of pointed out earlier that what we actually see and what actually happened can be a bit different or skewed, if nothing else. So, in your own words, what was the fan reaction like to Clownvis in Chicago?
Like I killed their dog or something.
Really? It was that bad?
I was like the worst bad guy wrestler ever.
Huh.
What?
Which sometimes actually works out for you if you can be like the worst bad guy ever. But
that's what it was. And see, the thing is, I'm not used to playing the bad guy role. And I mean, the whole time I'm smiling and laughing, but and they're doing what they're told, and I told them that, but they just kind of get, they were following the judges, and the judges were not too happy with what I'd said, so they took the ball and ran, and they were on their feet, hollering, telling me to go home.
Wow, it was all that, huh?
Yeah, and then afterwards, I'm leaving. I'm walking out of the place. Everybody's going, Clownvis, you suck. Can I get a picture taken with you?
Right.
What?
Wow. You suck. Can I get a picture?
Over and over again. And everybody's like, Clownvis, you suck. And they'd get a picture.
Oh.
That's weird.
You should have charged him $5 for it or something.
Yeah, no kidding.
I should have.
Yeah.
I'd do it all over again. I would.
Moving forward, what can we expect to see out of Clownvis in the future?
Well, I'm working on my Los Angeles show right now. I'm building up a whole big variety show here in Los Angeles, which is going to be a great, bigger production, bigger stage show than ever before. And then Vegas as well. I'm also the show that we build in Los Angeles will also be we'll have that performed in Vegas within the year too. So pretty exciting, and also planning on a Midwest tour in the fall. We're just bringing it around to a few cities in the Midwest that I haven't hit in a while that I want to.
So for those that are traveling still over the summer vacation and maybe headed out to L.A. or Las Vegas, round about when can we say that you're going to start actually performing these shows?
Well, I'm doing shows now. Now I'm performing with different performers now. You can pretty much catch Clownvis any weekend out here. As far as I'm talking about my full show, where it's just a full-scale Clownvis show, where I really get time to get rolling. That'll be probably by August. I'll have that up and rolling. So after August, you should be able to catch that monthly.
So moving from St. Louis to Los Angeles, what has been the response to Clownvis in the L.A. area? Obviously, you were huge in St. Louis. What is the response to you over there in L.A.?
It's pretty much universal. The people like Clownvis, except for Howie Mandel.
Yeah, you hacked on him pretty hard. He had some choice words for you, didn't he?
Well, he only said 2 words to me, but I can't repeat them.
What a jerk.
Yeah, no kidding.
You would think that he was a jerk.
Deal or no deal.
Yeah.
No deal is what I'm
No
saying right
kidding.
now.
Yeah, that's all right. I guess he's got talent. If putting a rubber glove on your head in 1981 is talent, then he's got something going.
There you go. All right. So, and then the Vegas show, you said you played Vegas before and you're looking forward to doing that in the future. Obviously, Vegas is huge for Elvis, anything Elvis. How well have you been received over there?
Oh, Vegas is I sometimes feel bad because Vegas is so easy. It's like, how do I say this? It's like playing to, I guess I shouldn't say that.
I had an idea with where you were going with that.
Yeah, no, like they are very ready to be entertained, and they're very, the Las Vegas is good at looping people up and just putting them in one spot, and you can pretty much just, you can just light a match in front of them, and they'll appreciate that. They don't really know what's going on once you're in, and I'm the same way. Once you're in Vegas, you just kind of, you'll appreciate any entertainment that's in front of you. I love going over to Vegas. It's a great place.
Very, very cool. All right. Well, so real quick, if some people wanted to get a hold of you in order to enlist your services, where can they find more information at? What's the best way to try to, get Clownvis hired on for a birthday event or a show of any sort?
Yeah, the best way I'd say right now is to you can contact me directly by email, which doesn't go to me, but it goes to my manager Narvel, and he does all my booking and stuff for me. But you can write it, Kurt. You can write to Clownvis at clownvispresley@yahoo.com.
I gotcha.
And then follow. Yeah, if you follow Clownvis on Facebook and Twitter, you can keep up with the everyday routines of what's going on.
Okay, very cool. Is there anything that Clownvis would like to tell his throngs and throngs of fans, and to the general public who just does not happen to know who you are just yet? Which to me is just, it's crazy to think that somebody doesn't know who Clownvis Presley is. But what do you want to say to all those people out there that are fans of you, and those that are not?
I think that I would use that platform to just tell everybody that it's time we all start recycling. Recycling is very important, and I think we should all get on the track and recycle.
So you are I guess you could say an earth conscious clown, as well as
he's green.
You're a green clown even.
Not literally, but I have a green heart.
You have a green heart.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's very cool. All right.
He bleeds green.
He bleeds green. He probably bleeds. Actually,
that's awesome. That's even better.
That was my experience.
That's somebody
I
want to hang out with.
Right? Yeah, that was my experience with him anyway.
Right on.
Yeah, we got into a little bit of a scuffle.
I think we would get along very well.
Yes.
I think we would.
Can we look forward to seeing you in Tulsa anytime soon? Maybe.
Yeah, I'm going to try to hit Tulsa when I'm in the Midwest in the fall.
Sweet.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I know. There's a good scene out there in Tulsa, and
yeah.
And if I come through, I'd be happy to see you guys.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we would certainly come out to the show, but we would love to have you in the studio live.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure our callers would have a lot of fun with you. All right, well, Clownvis, dude, unless you have anything else to add, we certainly appreciate you coming on to the show and calling in from Los Angeles, California. Again, you're listening to Culture Shock on 91.3, and if you want to get a hold of Clownvis, he is on Twitter.com/Clownvis. Is it just Clownvis? On
That's
Twitter?
Right.
Okay, very cool. And then also, just do a search for him on Facebook. Believe me, he is there. We Googled him earlier, actually.
Yeah, we did.
And just tons of Clownvis stuff has popped up. So he's not a hard guy to find. Check this guy out. He's a good time. He does one of my favorite things that he does, actually, is his balloons.
Do you
still do balloon tricks?
Yeah, sure.
And hopefully I'm not insulting him by saying this here, but say, there's a person in the crowd that, he pulls out these balloons, he's starting to do it or whatever, and they ask for an elephant. We were talking about elephants earlier.
Yeah.
Well, he twists it all up, and can you guess what you get?
Not an elephant?
Exactly. Do you still do that, or are you making an honest attempt at trying to make an elephant, and just, what you turn out with is what you turn out with?
Well, that's all a matter of perception, really. You definitely have to have an imagination to appreciate my balloon work. But I like to make these things I call imagination hats, which are just hats made out of balloons. And then you just kind of I get twisting and blowing, and then I come up with something, and then you decide what it looks like. I mean, when kids come at me with specifics, like elephants, they're spoiled, and they don't need to tell a guy like me what to do. I'll make them something.
That's right.
for what it is.
All right, very cool. Yeah, I guess that's gonna about cut it for us, man. Unless you have anything that you'd like to add.
All right. No, thank you guys very much for talking to me. This is fun.
Absolutely. Karen, you got anything else that you want to ask?
No, that's it. Stoked for when you come through Tulsa, though.
Yes, absolutely. Please keep us informed and let us know what's going on, and we will do what we can on the Facebook and the MySpace to promote your upcoming shows, and especially if you come out here to Tulsa, man.
Yeah, definitely. I will. I'll stay in touch with you and let you know how it's going.
All right. Well, thanks so much for the interview. Again, we've been sitting here talking on the phone with none other than Clownvis Presley. Keep your eyes out for this guy. He is a rock star in the making, if I could just say so myself.
Sounds like it.
All right. Well, you take care of yourself, Clownvis. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys.
No problem.